What's up, everybody? This is Escape Stupid, and what I want to do is share with you today a little something about finding your purpose. Because until you find your purpose, life could seem extremely frustrating for a number of reasons. It's difficult to be clear about your decisions, what you do on a daily basis, if it has no endpoint, if it has no fervor to it. So for me, finding purpose was extremely important to me once I realized that I didn't have one. One resource that really helped me find my purpose was this book. This is Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, and there's a chapter in here, chapter 11, and I don't know if you guys can read that, but it says, if you don't know your purpose, discover it now. And that's something that I had to do, and that really wasn't too easy, because one thing that happens when you're trying to find your purpose is that you just don't know, first of all, and second of all, you might think that your purpose is attached to something that's happening, and that's associated with your past, and it might be something completely different from what you did in your past. Like, for instance, say you went to school for writing, you may still think that your purpose is that, but it actually wasn't. It's actually something completely different. And what I found is that there's no way to discover your purpose easily. Like, you can't just go to some counselor or ask your family or take some kind of test and have it spit back to you what your purpose is. You really have to feel it. You really have to look within yourself, and that could be extremely difficult for a lot of people, because of life in general. Maybe it just maybe tugging at you some way, and so you're distracted. So anyway, for me, it was something where I had to wait for it, and I had to feel for it. I had to see what fit with my nature. And what I found was that I really liked hard cider. So that's fermented apple juice. If you weren't sure what that is. And that was surprising to me. It's alcohol. I'm not really a big drinker, but I do like hard cider when I would go out and drink. So that's just what felt right to me, and that's what I decided to do. So I started training myself in that area, reading on it, seeking mentors in that area, and taking coursework in that area. And then I think the most important thing that I did is that I started making it. I started doing it, the thing. I started doing the thing. And that brought experience, and that brought know-how. And it kind of showed me that it fit with my nature. And through my mentorships and reading about it, it does appear to be the right area for me to be in, because it's very seasonal. The apples are grown, they're pressed during a certain time of the year. From that point on, it goes into fermentation, which has a process, and then that process ends. It needs to be bottled, so on and so forth. And if you're gonna make a business out of it, it needs to be sold. So during that process, there's constantly change, and that's something that I personally really like, is for the work that I do to change, not just minutely, but somewhat dramatically, and therefore I could be challenged during each period of that time, and I could be thinking, and I could anyways, using different areas of my intelligence, of my being, of my everything. I'm gonna feel different things during those times, and that's what I feel like is most exciting to me. So that's purpose in a nutshell. What it means to me, why it's important, how I found it, and I just want to show you guys. This is the first hard cider that I bottled, and something that I'm extremely proud of. And right now I'm working on a business plan. I'm trying to put that together so I could open up a cidery in the near future. So if I were to offer any advice, if you were to ask me, I would say find your purpose. Don't force it. Just wait for it. It will come to you. And it will just feel right to you. And that's when you know you're on the right path. And in pursuing that path, it might be extremely difficult. But that's what, and you may doubt it, but that's what you just had to go with for now, because that's what's coming into your heart, and there's nothing more important than that.